I have a little chat. There's a little chat box in your GoToMeeting panel. So if you have any questions, please just type them in the chat box, and I can either open the mic up to you, or you can just simply send me your question in the little chat box down the bottom here. But I'll mute everybody's microphones except my own, just to reduce any feedback noise and things like that that might occur. So if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat session, otherwise I won't hear you. So thank you for attending the social media setup seminar. I'm going to run through how to set up a Facebook page, a Twitter account, and also a YouTube account or YouTube channel. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with Facebook, but I get a lot of people asking me about the business pages and how that works with their personal page. A lot of people are worried that if they enter their or use their personal account to make a business page, then their business contacts will end up seeing their private posts, and it's not the case. So I just want to show you how all that works so you feel much more comfortable in making your own business pages. So you just log into Facebook. You obviously need to have a Facebook account. If you don't, you just need to create one here. There's a sign up box here below it. And you'll need to include, obviously, your real date of birth. I have had people in the past put a faux date of birth in, and then they can't remember what the faux date of birth is. And if they try and reset their password, it causes all sorts of trouble. So best, if you can, to put your real birth date in there, just so it's easy to remember if you have to reset your password or something like that. Now let me just log in. And you'll see it will originally arrive on your own personal page. So you'll see a picture of one of my friends here has put some of the pictures of their dog on there and all that kind of stuff. So you'd be used to seeing this sort of stuff on your own personal page. It always will default you to your own personal page. Let me just minimize this little chat screen a bit. It's just asking me security there for the GoToMeeting session. So you'll be familiar with the way this looks. Let's get rid of this. Please go away. Okay. And I manage quite a lot of pages. You can see over here there's a little pages option. And unless if you haven't made your own page before, then you wouldn't see anything here. But once you start to see some pages you've made, you'll see these little things build out. You can have as many pages as you like attached to your account, and it has to be attached to an individual. So Facebook won't let you just make a business page in isolation. It has to belong to somebody, a human being. So you have to, be a real person in order to make a business page. To make a business page, though, it's pretty easy. You just hover on this little arrow over here in the far right-hand corner of the Facebook page. I might even zoom in a little bit with my plus sign, just so you can get a bit closer, because it's a bit hard to see otherwise. There's a little arrow from the far right-hand side here, and if you click on that, it'll give you some options. And you can see here there's create page, manage pages, groups, and so on. We want to create a page. So we click on create page, and that will take us into some options we've got here. Now I'm going to create a little pretend, well, not a pretend page, but I'll do a page with you so you can see what I'm doing. You've got to choose a category. Now, for most of you who are probably selling, obviously, engines, of course, or repairing engines, or possibly selling boats as well, I would probably be inclined to select yourself as a local business or place, because it will just mean that you get found a little bit easier. Google will also index the page as well, so you just want to make sure that if you are a local business, then you're putting in your local business information. So just select local business, and then type in your business name. I'm going to put in Marine Websites as my business name. You can put in a street address. I'll put something in here, Pilbara Road, and Bayview. Make something up. Whoops. There we go. Sydney, Australia. And I'll put my office number in. Okay, and then you click on the little Get Started box. Then it takes you through a series of little fields that you've got to sort of fill in. You can always come back to these if you sort of just want to get on with it and get into it. But there are certain things that it makes you do first. So you've got to put in some information about the categories that your business would fit into. And this just helps Facebook rank the page appropriately. So if people are looking for certain goods and services, it just means that you're more likely to be found in this environment. So do give it a bit of thought. I'm going to put web development, web design and web development in for me. But you would obviously put something like boat dealer perhaps, boat service. You could try even marine equipment. Marine service station would be a good one if you service engines. So just have a little play with it. You can choose what you need to choose, but try and be as specific as you can. Here you get to write a few sentences about your business. And again, this is used for optimization within the search environment itself. So you'll be able to add more detail later on, but you can just like a little summary about your business. I'll put in website development and technology. Okay, you probably would write a bit more than that, but because we're short on time, I don't want to go on too much with it. I just want to give you an idea of what to do. You can put in your website address here, and you can also give yourself a little unique identifier rather than letting it to default to facebook.com. 15279 page or something like that. You can say I want to be called Marine Websites. And it may or may not let you, but if someone's already taken that name, it will tell you. Is Marine Websites a real? Yes, it is. Will Marine Websites be authorised and the official representation? Yes, they are. So you would tick yes for both of those instances. And then save the information, and it will eventually load. Now you've got an opportunity here to create a profile picture. And your profile picture needs to be, for Facebook, 180 pixels wide by 180 pixels high. I'll post these sizes because every single social media outlet has different size requirements for their profile and for their cover. So I'll pop that in an email to those of you that have attended the session, and I'll also include that probably to the Mercury group so that they can give that to you at a later date if you wanted to see that. But once you know the sizes, it can make your page look really nice. So I'm going to upload my picture from the computer, and I had some social media banners here I made earlier. Here's one I prepared earlier, 180 by 180 for Facebook. And it'll upload, and then you can click on next if you're happy with that. You probably would put your logo potentially in there, or a nice big picture of a Merc engine or something like that sort of really announces who you are, and that way you can make it very obvious to people that are landing on the page. I'm going to skip that. And this is where you tell Facebook about the type of customer demographic that you would like to be put in front of. So you can put everyone in. So if you've got for example, a very localized business and you only service a certain local area, particularly I suppose if you're in one of the cities, you might just have a set amount of suburbs that you're allowed to service or that you're comfortable in servicing. So it can be quite granular. But for example, for our business and for many of yours will be statewide perhaps. Ours are obviously Australia-wide, so I'll put in Australia. So anyone in Australia, is relevant to have a look at our business. Anyone over the age of 18 or under the age of 18, I think it's obviously fine, and up to 65 plus is the highest it goes. So we would want to be available to all men and women, and you can also include some interests. So when you make up a private page as an individual, Facebook will ask you what you're interested in, and it collects all that information, and then it will show people certain pages that fit their interest profile. So you obviously would want to target people in the boating industry, so boats, boating, yachting, etc., that kind of thing. So you can put a whole lot of different options in here. Marina, sailing, heaps of stuff to choose from. So you can really, go crazy in here and put a ton of ton of stuff. So I'm rushing a bit, but I just wanted to let you know you can keep going, to add quite a lot of different user profiles, and you can see how many people you're going to potentially reach across these interest profiles, and they'll show you, roughly, what the available target market could be globally for these type of interest profiles. And then click on Save and let it move its way through. Okay, so now you've made your page, and it's going to give you some suggestions on getting to know your page and so on, but we're not going to do that because I'm going to take you through that. The next thing you need to do is add a little cover, and the cover needs to be the size of 851 pixels by 315 pixels. So I'm going to upload a photo. There's my little example. 851 by 315, and it will let you, drag it and position it any way you like. This is just a screenshot I've taken of a recent site we built for a Mercury dealer called Bay Marine, and Bay Marine has been built in responsive design, so it's a very very nice looking site. This is just a snippet of it that I've selected here. But I'll probably play with this a bit later and do a few things to it. But that gives you a nice little background then. So you've got a lovely picture. For you guys, you put your Mercury engine in here. Now it wants you to show support for the work you've done by liking your page and telling people about it. So I'm just going to close that because I don't want to announce it just yet. And you can see here that you can add things like your business hours, a price range if you have a specific product you're selling that needs to be noted there. You can start to make not news posts. You can start to make little posts saying, we've just launched our new website. Come and check it out at www. etc. You can add photographs into your post. You can use a little emotional icons there if you wish to, and you can also tag locations that you might be posting photographs from. So you can say, I caught this fish off Sydney Harbour or something, and you can tag it as to where you are. So that's how you set up a Facebook page. We have a product within the boat deck environment for Mercury dealers who have a website with us. We actually have a little special feed tool called Super Social Feed, and it allows you to, every time you add a new listing to your website or every time you add a new news piece to your website, it will automatically publish onto your Facebook wall. So you don't have to keep logging into Facebook and manually administering Facebook like this moving forward. You can just put it on your own website and it feeds out to Facebook straight away for you. It will also feed to Twitter, and it can feed also to your Google Plus page too. So it's called the Super Social Feed, and if you're interested in that, let me know. But it's a really easy way to manage your social media without having to constantly, log in and manually administer these social accounts, because I'm sure you've got enough to do in your life without having to manage them individually. Social media is an extremely powerful way to get in front of your audience, so it shouldn't be overlooked, and we try and make it as easy for you as possible to make your social interaction with your clients regular and meaningful. So you haven't got to sit there thinking about how you're going to do it yourself. So you just do it through your own website, and off it goes onto your Facebook wall. So there's lots of other things you can do within Facebook, like advertising and things like that. But we've got other sessions later on in the year about making Facebook ads and all that kind of stuff. So we can look at that another time. But today is just how to set up your Facebook page. So that's how you do your Facebook page. I'm going to do Twitter next because it's a pretty easy one to set up. I'm just going to log out of Boat Deck. I'm in Boat Deck's Twitter profile at the moment. And then I want to log back in, and I'm going to set up a new account from scratch so you can see what I'm doing. Go into twitter.com. So twitter.com is the URL you need, and I'm going to sign up because most people don't usually have a Twitter account to start with unless you've been an avid user of it for a while. So again, I'm going to use my business name for this. So Marine Websites will be me, so you use your business name there. I'm going to put in my email address, and I'll make up a password. and then you just click on sign up. And it'll want to know some phone number information from you. 9999 5242 is our office number, and click on next. Okay, let's go back and edit that phone number. So it's going to want to send you a text message, in which case we're going to need to do a little mobile number, which is going to send to my phone to verify that I'm a real person. So you have to wait for Twitter to send that. It's come through to my phone now, and it takes like literally seconds for it to appear on your phone. That is my Twitter confirmation code that I just got. Okay, so something's technically wrong at their end, but that's all right. Luckily, I have a backup plan. So I'll log in to Twitter. Is very flaky, so I was half expecting this to happen, but there we go. It's let me in now randomly. So there you go. So if you have a bit of trouble with it, just don't worry. It'll let you in eventually. It just sort of has a bit of a fit sometimes about things. So here you can start to add an avatar or a little thumbnail of yourself or your business, exactly like we did on Facebook. So a little thumbnail picture. I'm going to upload a photo again that I've done here. Now the ones for Twitter for the little profile picture are 400 by 400 in this one. So I'm going to take a little picture of that and apply it. Okay, and then you can also add a little cover. So if you click on this little blue area here, trying to get rid of that, but it won't go away. Add a header photo. And the header for Twitter is 1500 pixels wide by 500 pixels high. And select open and apply that. And it will just, load and load and load, and then you'll see it there, and it says your header was published successfully. So then you'll have that. You can save the changes, and your Twitter page is set up. So it's very quick. The Twitter setup is very, very straightforward, really, and to make it look nice is not difficult if you know the sizes. So again, for the little profile shot here, 400 pixels by 400 pixels for this one, and for the bigger one, it's 1500 pixels by 500 pixels. And again, once you've got the Twitter page set up, if you want to do the super social feed, then let me know and we can set that up from your website. So every time you make a little news blog or add a listing, it will have a little notification here saying, latest listing is, used Mercury 40 horsepower engine for sale, and then it will have a little mini hyperlink that clicks directly back to your own website. So it's all about driving, obviously, traffic back to your own website so you can generate direct inquiry, and that can be done automatically for you through Twitter. So that's Twitter. It's really easy. YouTube is something you'll have to have a Google account in order to create. So you can click on sign in, but it's going to want to know a Google account. So if you don't have a Gmail account, you'll need to create one. But it's easy to set that up. It's not a difficult thing to do. I'm going to use my Marine Websites one, which is attached to a Google account, so that's fine. And put my password in. If I can't remember it. And then sign in. Okay, so once you've logged in with your Google account, you'll see here, you can see that I have a young 5-year-old child who likes to watch Peppa Pig. It shows you what you've been watching or what it recommends that you watch. So it looks at your past, history, and you can see here that I've been looking at the Mercury videos, and it will show, watch it again if you want, or it'll show you what you've recently viewed. Over here on the left-hand side, you've got a little option here that says My Channel. And so click on that, and it says, do you want to use YouTube as yourself? Well, no, I don't actually. I want to use YouTube as a business name because I don't really want to post my own videos as Rebecca, I want to be able to post information about boat deck marine websites. So we're going to click on the little option here that says, and you can see some of the other pages I manage here, so don't let that worry you. You'll see nothing there, it'll be blank. So click on Create New Channel. And we'll give the channel a name, almost very similar to when we did the Facebook setup. So marine websites, again, they want you to select a category. I'll just say it's a company, I'd say, on YouTube, and it will come with its own Google Plus page. Click on I agree to the terms, and then click Done. And it will load up. And here again, we get to do some more channel art and some descriptions and things like that. So the photo size for the YouTube cover, it's a big one. It's 2,560 pixels by 1,440 pixels. So 2560 by 1440 is the size for this. So I'm just going to click on the little edit button. And I'm going to select a photo from my computer. And there's my little example one here, which is 2560 by 1440. And let it load. And it tells you here, but it doesn't tell you really after the fact. So recommended size is 2560 by 1140. And it just shows you how it will look across different devices. So you can fiddle around with it and sort of crop it if you want to. Now, this is linked to your Google Plus page, and because I haven't made a Google Plus page for marine websites properly yet, it's not going to show you anything. But ideally, you would use the same, of course, the same email address that you've used to set up your Google Plus page. And if you attended our Google Plus seminar earlier on, you know what I'm talking about there. If you don't, then again, just contact me and I can show you what to do with the Google Plus page. But you should absolutely have one of those. We had a whole session on that just in itself because it's so important. But make sure you use the same Google Plus login as you would use for your YouTube login, so that the two can be identified as Google as being part of each other, and just is much better for your ranking that way. So you've made your page, and you can start to, again, let Google know a little bit about what you're doing. Same again like we did on the Facebook one. Okay. And then you can start to upload video. I'm not going to do that because it takes a while, so I'm not going to actually physically upload something, but you just click on this and then choose the video from your computer. And when you're doing the video upload, you have the opportunity to give it a title and a description. Now, the title should not be longer than 100 characters, and the description can be up to 5,000 characters. But Google will, again, use these videos and index them. So they'll appear not only in YouTube, but also in the Google search index under the video tab. So I'll just show you what I'm talking about. Google.com.au. And if I go Mercury Engines. Okay, so you'll be familiar with a normal search result, which is web search, and then you've got the images, which if you tag your images properly, they'll index too. And then you've got the video file. So the video stuff is all pulled from YouTube, and if you tag your video properly with a nice description of about 100 characters, which tells Google and YouTube what the video is about, make sure you think about the keywords you're trying to target in Google. So don't make the title too cryptic or obscure. Make sure it's descriptive and it says, okay, it's about a Mercury Racing Verado 400R outboard. That's a beautiful description because it shows you everything that video should contain, really. And And then the first 160 characters of your description text will be shown in Google as your meta description. So this little bit here is what I'm talking about. So the first 160 characters of your description in your video upload are really important because, again, that gets indexed. And if you mention the word Mercury engines in that description, it means that the video will get indexed a lot better. So once you've uploaded your video to YouTube, you'll start to see your channel build up, and there'll be every opportunity for you to promote that on your website. You can let me know the link to your video, to your YouTube channel, and we can add the link to your website for you so people can click directly to it. And you can also add a lot more information to your channel as well if you want to. So you've got a lot of little settings here that you can kind of play around with if you want to, and customize the layout of your channel as well. But I'm a bit out of time now because I've already gone over. So if you want to know any more about these options, you can play with them once you've made an account. That's the hardest thing usually. And then once you've made the account, you can fiddle around with settings and adding more information and things like that. But it's just setting them up. I think initially people are a bit nervous, particularly with Facebook and attributing it to their own personal account. It's not attached to your private feed. It's all kept separate. You just have to make a proper page for it. So I'll open it up to questions. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. Just either type a little chat in here, or I might even open up the mics briefly to see if anybody's got any questions. But I think that a couple of our attendees don't have their mics on anyway. So if you have any questions, just chat me. I think might be better, and I can answer any questions there. But if you're a bit shy, you don't want to put it out there just yet, then please pop me through an email to rebecca@marinewebsites.com.au, and I'd be very pleased to answer any questions you might have. Alternatively, you can call me anytime on 0416 032 773. And we can have a chat about any of these elements we've covered off today. Or if you've just got general questions about, website and social media management, we'll be happy to help you in any way possible. So thank you very much for your time this morning. I do appreciate you hanging in there with me. I know it's gone a little bit over time, but like I said, please contact me if you've got any questions, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks.